Hey y'all, welcome back to Let's Talk That Talk with Cola. And today our topic is going to be about if divorce is an option or not. Even this conversation is for not just married people, but people who are interested in getting married or, thinking about, marriage, period.
What's your take on it?
I think it's always an option. It just depends on the situation. I guess my current marriage, I would say, of course, I wouldn't want it to be an option, but certain things happen,
Things definitely happen.
and I
I
feel like when it comes to people just doing things and cheating and all that, I feel like at some point some people get tired, so it's an option. That's
yeah,
just how I feel.
I definitely think it's an option. And I mean, I've been divorced twice, so that says it right there.
Yeah,
But
everything.
but I definitely think it's an option. I don't feel like it should be something that you automatically go to, but I definitely think it's an option. I feel like you shouldn't be somewhere that you ain't, you're
Happy.
not happy, you're not
Mhm.
growing. You can't compromise. Everything is one sided. Why would you stay there?
I
Like
agree.
there's plenty other flavors in the rainbow that you could taste. Why would you stay somewhere you're unhappy? That don't make sense.
I agree. I mean, because and when people say divorce, because I'm gonna say this, I don't think today's generation is like the back in the days generation when it comes to marriage. Women used to stay through a lot of stuff back then. But now these women, they be like, I ain't gotta deal with this. Bye. I'm going to find somebody else to take care of me and my kids.
Yeah, and not even just that. Our generation and older, we don't got no problem finding it doing it ourselves.
Right.
Because I mean,
Mhm.
especially if you already had kids before you even got married, and
Yep.
already got used to being able to do certain things. I feel like the people that be scared of divorce is the ones that they ain't never had to do it on their own, like ever. Because then you scared your first time. But I
Mhm.
promise that first time might be a little tricky. Everything brand new. You got whatever. Mm, No,
Well, I would
no.
also say, because that's true, if a person never had to do it on their own, but also if a lot of people will be worried about what other people have to say
Yeah.
when they marriage don't work. And I feel like you can't do that because you'll be so unhappy. You'll be so happy with life because you're trying to paint this picture for the people on the outside.
Mhm.
And then on the inside, you're just unhappy and miserable. Ain't no telling what's going on the inside. I tell a lot of people, if the walls could talk, you would really see what life is really about with other
Mhm.
people.
Yeah, especially with social media because nobody really, I don't care how much you post, you not posting your true life. Like you might post pieces of your true life, but you ain't posting. Everybody care about their image. Nobody wants to look like they failed.
Nope.
Nobody wants to look like they can't keep a partner, even though your record shows that you can't, whether it's you or whether it's them that's
Right.
leaving. So I feel like image and social media has a lot of reasons why a lot of relationships are still hanging in there
Yeah.
because what you gonna say on social media when the pictures stop? But people notice
Hmm.
if you go from posting that person every day, now you're doing it every other day, and then you go
We're not
to
doing
maybe
it.
once a month. We all know something ain't right, and
And
not
we
to
want to
say
know.
right.
We
And
want to
I
know
feel
what's
like
going on because I feel like we're in y'all relationship too if you post them every day. So you posting them while y'all doing good. Tell us the other stuff too. We
I feel like we're
family.
deserving of it. I do.
Right.
I do.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
do. But I feel like that is something that keeps people in relationships too because of social media. I feel like it's the image thing.
Hmm.
Like I'm not I care about my image, right? Uh but not to the point where I'm gonna literally stay somewhere for years unhappy because I care about what somebody on social media say, friends, families, enemies, or frenemies. I you just like
Mm-mm.
you're not doing nothing for me. You're not helping me. You're not gonna step in if I where I'm lacking at. So I don't care. And that's probably the reason I got two divorces.
You don't care.
I didn't care. I mean, I care. I care about the people, right? But I don't care about what outsiders say. Like, you don't pay my bills. What I eat ain't gonna make you shit. What you eat ain't
I
gonna make me
agree.
shit. I don't care. So if it's time for me to vacate the relationship, I'm gonna vacate. Now I'm keeping my last name until I decide to change it again. But
That's the first thing I want to get rid of. And we ain't together, go on, give me my name back.
I earned that last name for a minute, for a little bit.
Mm-mm.
I
Like I
earned
don't
that,
want it
so
no
you ain't
more.
getting
If
it right
we
back.
if we decide to go on, I don't want that name no more. I want to go back to my original name, and you
Yeah.
can have your name back.
But see, I don't have my original name, so I think that's a big thing of it because I don't want to go
You
back.
probably don't forgot it.
I did not, but I don't have my birth, my
You married
actual real
forever.
birthday. I have since the age of 21, and I'm now 44. So that's a long
Oh
time.
yeah, that name
Yeah,
gone.
yeah, it is, and I don't want it back. I don't want it back. But and I've never ever had to be in a situation where in the two divorces I've had, I'm praying I don't have no others. But the two that I've had, it wasn't even it wasn't even messy or anything. Like we just it was time and we did what we had to do when nobody was greedy or trying to get nothing. We figured out
Yeah.
everything we need to do for the kids to make it work out for them. And yeah, but no, I'm not you. My name is mine. One, and I have a thing with being first, right? I have a thing with being first. I don't mind being last because sometimes the last really do last, right? But I have a thing with being first. So I, I'm first.
I don't know. And even if somebody would have took my last name, I'm so petty. I'm like, okay, and when you get my name back,
You is petty. You probably will request that in the divorce. And she
yeah,
is
they give
going
me
back
I'm be
to
like Ike
her
Turner.
name.
I need that name back.
Her name stay home.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
name stay
no.
with me.
Name go with
No,
me.
yeah,
And I haven't been and I hope I haven't been in a place where I absolutely that hated the person that I was that we were separating from either. So I feel like if I really, really ain't like you, I probably wouldn't want your name.
yeah.
I probably would just rather be Lachey X if I did not like you. But but I haven't had to experience that thus far and pray I don't. But I don't have no problems. If we got part ways, it might hurt, might cry for a while. But long as you don't be petty, we can do what we gotta
Mm-hmm.
do.
Mm. Well, I'm gonna say because you did mention you said people are ashamed of social media is one of the reasons people are ashamed of what they're going to think about the relationship. I feel like it's the reason why the relationship gets to the divorce part as well, because they be looking at what their relationship could be based off Facebook or any other social media platform, and that's not how our marriages work. Yep. See.
Yeah. And repeat that last part again, sis, because the dog was barking, so I had to mute.
Oh, it's okay. I was just saying that how social media is one of the reason why people get a divorce, because they look at other people's relationship on social media and be like, "Oh, why my relationship is not like that?" And then they base it off that. But some of their relationships be fake on social media, because keep in mind they're just posting. I knew somebody that was in a whole they hadn't got separated and they still was posting because they was ashamed.
Yeah, no. And then you missing out on what could possibly be yours because you still showing that you're in a relationship and you're not. And the only people attention you're gonna get if while during that time is the people you shouldn't want because they don't mind entertaining you while you with somebody else. You should never want anybody that's willing to entertain you while you with somebody else. Ever. Okay.
No, it's
So
funny.
so I feel like you messing up your chances. Why not if y'all ain't together? Even if you don't give a public service announcement, even though I feel like you should. If you
Yeah, if you let us know everything else.
if we'd have been with you on the dates and all that, I feel like you should.
Hmm.
But even if you don't, why would you block yourself from being able to be happy? Like, yeah, no, we're not together. We ain't no pictures. Okay, there's no pictures. We're not going out to dinner and taking pictures of receipts. We're not doing that. we're not
Well, yeah, I feel
together.
like now. Let me ask you this, because when you get a divorce, do you take all their pictures down off social media?
I
Since you said
don't.
don't post no more pictures.
I don't. Girl, I got my old page. You go in there and you go see a different life, and then, but then I got my page I've had
Dang,
probably.
dang, wait a minute.
Don't do me.
Boy.
Then I got a page that I don't go on there, of course, but then I got my pages now that I probably had since 2013, I guess, 13, 12, 13. But that was when I went into a new marriage. So I had new stuff, but I kept it. I ain't go get no new one because I got a new marriage. It was too much. So
Okay,
if
I
you
was
go
just
back
gonna
to my
ask that if
pictures,
you get a new page every time you get married.
if you go back through my Instagram, this one, the my Lachey and Young, and then my Facebook Lachey Young, you gonna see it goes back to my second ex husband. I didn't remove nothing. You just see where we stopped posting.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm not about to start a new one. That's too much work. I found that
It
out
is.
a second
It's
marriage.
too
Too
much
much.
work.
It's too.
Mm-mm.
But I don't want. But I don't believe in erasing you from my life either. Like I'm not erasing you. The only reason, like I have tattoos of don't do that of my exes. And one was a name, and I got mad at him before we got the divorce, and that's the only reason it's changed to our son named Junior. Because if not, his name would have been still on there. And then my second ex husband, I didn't do a name. I do, but it's small. But I didn't do a name, and I did the his name, but it's in symbols, so I would not have to worry that if something went wrong, the only way you would know this tattoo is if I tell you what the tattoo means. You would not know, or if you know him. But I'm not gonna cover that up. I'm not erasing. That's they help make me who I am today. I'm not. I wouldn't cover that up. The only one I want to cover up is the small one because it's faded and it don't matter. But the big one, I wouldn't change that. And then me and Joy have matching tattoos. I wouldn't change that as something. Oh, did you hear her? You ain't got
I,
my name. I
I
got your
see.
heart. But I wouldn't. I like I said, I learned from the first one. We don't need to do the name. So I did something with the symbol. It resembles. It means their name. And then me and Joy have a matching one. But I wouldn't. I'm not erasing.
So no more names.
No more names. We got to match. We can match all day. I get 20 of them if you want to. But we not, because then if you piss me off, I'm gonna have that. I might go through that intrusive thought, and then it's gonna be gone anyway. Let's get something that I'm gonna love looking at. It's pretty, like we have the our wedding flower, and we both have it on our chest. I love that flower. I will always love that flower. But if her name was underneath of it and she pissed me off, right, it might
I
be
wanna-
joyful noise. I don't want to have to do that. Let's just do matching.
I guess I don't know. I don't know. I with that one, I'm like, I don't have a name before, but I covered it up, and I ain't care if they put a black box on top of it. I just wanted it gone. I just wanted it gone. But I would get another tattoo. Even though, yeah, I'll get another tattoo. I just cover it back up with a box.
Yeah, I see it. I don't want the box. I really love tattoos because for me it's art, and I love art. So let's make it make sense, and we can do it. I don't care how many we got. Like me and Joey got more than one matching tattoo. So one is the kids outside of Xavier and Ab because they came after the fact,
Mhm.
and then our matching one that we have, and then we had lips, but they faded. So we got that. We covered that up with the last matching. But I don't feel like don't do names. Don't do names or initials. Do something matching. Cause then even if they go on about their business and you go about your business, you don't have to worry about covering it up.
I guess. I,
And not you talking while on the podcast.
I guess I don't know, but divorce get real messy. Some people don't even want to go through it. Like I heard somebody said they was with their husband for 28 years and they just got to deal with it now, deal with each other. And I was like, what?
I don't care if it's 50 years.
Me either. Yeah.
But again, maybe because I've already been there. I don't care if it's. I don't care. Like
Mhm. So
I'm
you're
not
not
about
gonna be
to.
unhappy for the rest of your life. That could be a
Right.
long time.
But it is people, and I know people, and I just can't go into the full story. I know people, like you said, that have been married for 20 some years, and
Mhm.
they don't move on until the other spouse died. But then they move on, and you can see them glow, like they look better, they happy.
Mhm.
And I'm like, so all those years you just was content, like you just made
Mhm.
yourself okay. I can't. I
No.
wouldn't want my kids to see me being miserable. Like it's fine if we have our down season, our drought season, or whatever, because everything in life goes through it. But I'm not about to be in a drought season for. I ain't doing a drought season for a year. We're not about to do a drought
It-
season for a year. We
yeah.
got 6 months to figure this out. Because I'm not gonna. No, I can't get my time back. You can't get your time back. We done wasted a
Nope.
whole year. We need to.
Hmm.
Is we gonna figure it out, and if we not,
Right.
then let's
Let's
figure out
do.
how it's gonna look later.
Hmm.
Yeah, and be respectful so we
Yeah.
don't be ugly.
People are staying in relationships and marriages because of bills. Also,
Mhm.
like the economy is so high, they be like, I might as well just stay married. Well, we splitting everything, or where they're paying the rent and I'm taking care of everything else. But then I feel like if you're doing that, y'all should have an open relationship.
Yeah, and sometimes you might have to go back and revisit your marriage because marriage is a lot of people they have a definition of what marriage is supposed to look like, but your marriage not somebody else's marriage. Like if an open marriage works for you, have one. It's yours.
Yep.
If if only one, if whatever you agree upon in your household for your marriage, that's your marriage. It might make it work. You might need that. You don't know. But I feel like it's when you start battling with, well, it's just supposed to be me and you and no one else. And this is what the Bible says. Okay, well, we not in the New Testament, Old Testament, or the Testament to come. Okay. Make it do what you needed to do. Let it be
To make you
your
happy.
marriage. Make it look like what you want, not what your grandparents had, not what your aunts and uncles had, because that is totally different. My grandmother and grandfather had was married until he died. She was not happy when
Yeah.
he, and I think I said it before on one of our podcasts. She literally wrote a letter and it almost felt like, thank God you going. And that is sad to be with someone that you raised your children. Cause he passed, I was 14, so my mom was what, 34? No. If I was 14, my mom was 24, I think, or something like that. Somewhere in that around the area. That means you raised your kids fully freaking grown and absolutely did not like the person that you were married to. I'm
Yeah.
not about to wait till you kick the bucket to be happy.
Not to be happy. But some people feel it's cheaper to keep them.
It wasn't cheaper then because both of them were struggling. So it ain't make no difference. Y'all both were sitting in public housing. It did not make a difference. So you could have kicked him out and kept your place and kept it moving.
Yeah.
All right, what age? What I'm not
It
dealing with
wouldn't
it.
be godly if you just go on and do your own thing.
But everything don't have
Yeah.
to be godly. It's
No.
what works with your
God
marriage.
wants you to be happy. Yeah.
It's your marriage, and ain't nobody
God,
else's
I made a
business.
mistake. I made a mistake by picking this one.
And I'm
No.
sure he ain't happy about half of the stuff people do every day. I mean, waking up and lying, all the other stuff.
He'll
So
forgive me.
make your household happy. Who gives a shit? The only person that got answer to at the end is you.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't
Yep.
nobody else, and who cares what anybody else say? Because half of the people that are, I ain't gonna say half, but it's quite a few. Okay, I know for sure. Okay, that are married, they do the whole anniversary post, and they be trying to get with the first freaking female they see,
Don't get
or
me
have had
started
a
on them
girlfriend the whole time
anniversary
forever.
posts.
What you say?
Don't get me started on them anniversary posts.
I'm telling you, I
Because they've
see
been
it.
on been together, broke up, got 2 or 3 more other girlfriend, got back together and said happy 8 year anniversary. I'm like, bitch, y'all been separated for 4 years.
Mm-hmm. And nobody, and we not saying take God out of it. We saying make your marriage what your marriage wants to
Yep.
be. That's it. It's not
So
removing
God don't want you to
God.
be unhappy or miserable in any relationship, a
Mhm.
friendship,
And you gotta
marriage, or nothing.
and people have a different view on what God is. You have the God your grandparents had that kept them thinking that the white man owned everything. Because
Right.
that's what Master say, let's not piss him off. And
Because
that's the
Master
God that
wrote
some
that
people
book.
still serve.
White people wrote that book.
Right. And it's been changed multiple times. Let's not get on
Right.
that conversation because I can go
Yeah.
down the rabbit hole with that. It was
Yeah.
changed multiple times. Multiple times. How do you have lost books of the Bible? How?
Yep.
How? Are you reading all? And then are you going back to read the most original Bible there is, which is the Ethiopian Bible? Nobody reads that. Everybody reads Queen James, and I said it correctly. That's the Bible everybody teach from. That's the Bible you read, and they don't go no
Mhm.
further than that because that's what the pastor been teaching them since they went to kid Sunday school on Sunday. Go
Mhm.
further. Go figure out exactly how and what was changed and altered and all that. But let's not go there because that will take me to somewhere somewhere else.
It sure will. That yeah.
It will. But it's
Mhm.
still you just make it what you it's just like if the refrigerator don't work in your house, you're gonna leave it there and let it stink up and be stupid. No, you gotta figure out what works for your marriage. My marriage ain't everybody else's marriage.
Mm-mm.
And it's just like everybody be saying, well, same sex this, but same sex be making it. Okay. We make it money wise, we make it love wise. Our kids are seem to be very, very well. Okay.
Yep.
And it's not, and who cares? Like we doing what we need to do. It doesn't matter. It's
Mhm.
our household, and we're
Yep.
great. Same
And it was
sex.
gay people was in that Bible too. The original one.
The one wrote it, Queen James, and no disrespect, but all the disrespect intended.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I said it.
But yeah. And then my question is, when the divorce, say for instance, you marry someone with
Mhm.
kids, or you and your spouse decides to have a child, and you just leave that child. Like when y'all divorce, you don't come back, you don't check, you don't call. It's like because y'all over the you and the child relationship is over as well. And that hurts a child
Mhm.
when they feel like they have two parents and then one just leave.
But I feel like those kind of people, they never was there with for the kid anyway. It was
Mm-mm.
you tolerated the child. It's literally you tolerated the child, and the moment that you could get away, it was screwed out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Because if you had your own child, you're not gonna be out of sight, out of mind. If
Yeah.
they came from your hoo-ha, you would not be out of sight, out of mind because you know you have a child.
You
But when
can't.
it's you can't, absolutely not. The stretch marks will remind you.
Mm-mm.
But if you are with someone that have kids and because y'all go through a divorce, you're not now. Granted, I feel like when kids become adults, if they're not calling and checking on you too, it does make it easier. But if they're younger, where they still learning the effective communication, and you just dip because everything over, it was you tolerate them kids. That's what it
Mhm.
was. You did not care about them for real.
It gotta be because I'm seeing people that plan pregnancies and it's just they just leave the child.
Yeah, because they ain't want a child in the first place. It looked
Mm-mm.
good, sound good, and it felt good to say I'm mom
Right.
or dad or whatever. And then once everything was over,
They're
and
gone.
it don't feel
They
good,
over and
it's the idea.
they playing house somewhere else.
With an and planning a whole nother kid again. It's the
Yep.
some people love the idea of things, not realizing the work that it takes to put in it. It's just like you want to have all this fun and this. What about the work?
Right.
Everything in this world takes work, so everything cannot be fun. So just like being a parent, don't get with somebody and want to have these kids, or or date someone that has kids, and you come into their life and you being consistent while you're there, and then leave. Because what about where the work at?
Mm-hmm.
The fun over
That's
now. You
true.
don't want it no more.
They see the cute pictures on Facebook and stuff, and they be like, "Oh, okay, I want a family." Then when you get here, it's more than just some cute pictures.
I'm thankful I ain't had to deal with that. The people I was given, okay,
Mm-hmm.
they are very much still active in every child life, unless that child does not want them active. Like if that child falls off and don't communicate, okay. But yeah, no, every single one of them is active. Every single one. Okay. We're
Yeah.
not doing that. Because then that would make me put you on that list that you never can return from. Because my kids, they definitely on my world. So the fact that you could just dismiss them, like if me and Joy was a split today or tomorrow, and she completely forgot about Xavier, baby, she would not exist at all whatsoever. Because you'd have been here from the beginning. You would
But she
not,
got Abby,
but you can't forget her. Because I mean, she wouldn't forget her. She's a young.
right? So
But if
it's
you
like you're gonna keep her from seeing Abby because she don't.
No, she could see Abby, but we would have no conversation if she was to forget Xavier. None, sis. It would be none.
Wow.
We would have everything would be scheduled. Do what you gotta do what I gotta do. We talk when we had to about the kid, but it would be nothing. Because how? How can you be around a kid that long and then if something go wrong, you just be like, I got
Yeah,
my child. That's
that,
all that matter.
yeah.
No,
But it happens.
it
They about to
do.
come and
It's
pick up my
stupid.
child, my child, my child. I'm bringing my child from McDonald's, and the other seven in the house hungry.
I could never. I could
Yeah.
never. Even when I go to my mother's house, like last week, Joy birthday, I took her out, and my mom had my nieces and my nephew there, and it was supposed to be my other nephew there too. And my mother was like, "Oh, well, can you bring me McDonald's?" I said, "I'm getting pizza, so everybody can have something." We're not about to do that. We weren't even raised like that.
Right.
It's crazy because I even all the stuff that me and my family have went through. I absolutely love the way we have that. Like every kid's birthday when we were younger, and then it kind of started, but then I guess it kind of trickled off with the younger people. But not you didn't get the birthday person got a bigger gift, but everybody got a gift. If you got one kid something, you have to get all the kids something. The only time I didn't like it is if I went to my own house, my sister had to go to my own house. I didn't like that. But we not that's not how I was raised. So I surely wouldn't do that at all. But like I said, now
Mhm.
if you older, you in your 20s, they're almost 30, and you don't text or check in and nothing like that, okay, that's something different. You grown. You got a choice now if you want me in your life. And I'm still gonna
Yeah.
love you. We just might not talk.
Sometimes it's better that way when in a divorce. Just don't talk.
I mean, yeah, if you I haven't experienced that. I
I
told you
mean,
last week. I haven't the only reason me and my oldest daughter father don't talk because she damn near 30. So unless she do something, or we checking in for holidays, or they having something, or we having something, it's not a reason for us to really have a long conversation because it's nothing to talk about. And then with Terrell, my three kids in the middle, their dad, all of them are pretty much grown. TJ just graduated from high school and preparing to go to college. So it's no reason for us to sit on the phone and have a conversation unless something is going on with TJ or like the kids, but nothing's going on with them. But he's my barber too. So I see him every 2 weeks to go get my haircut.
yeah.
And then Xavier, me and his father have to because he's 11. So anything but it pertains to Xavier. We're not sitting on the phone having no chum chum conversation, no check ins. It is literally about Xavier. And if something's going on or something like in our hometown, or a friend of ours, then we might text and say, "Hey, did you see XYZ?" But it ain't no hour conversation, no 30 minute, no 15. It might be a quick 5 to
Mm-mm.
10. It's no reason. But we all good though.
I guess. I mean, I mean,
I'm sick of Joy. Who do you want us to talk? Who do you want to talk to about Abby? Did she not? Did we not live together?
yes.
I'm
What should
sick of
we talk
her.
about?
I'm sick of her. She talking about I don't call her and talk to her about Abby because you got to come home. I can talk to you when you get here. Quisha said she agreed. Red would definitely want to take Jada and Justice. But you know what was crazy? Why the people always got something to say about us same sex people? It is way more same-sex couples that split up and they absolutely go get the damn kids from the mama that had them and take care of them. Whether
Hmm.
it's because they absolutely want them or because something's going on with their mother and they have to. I'll leave it there.
And they, if you look at the way they raise their kids, like they're totally different.
Mhm.
And I work in a pediatric office, and you can see the difference. How they come in there, how they act in there. When it comes to grades, they be on all kind of sports. Yeah.
Because they planned. Especially the ones
Mhm.
like you. But even if you didn't plan them, a lot of for a lot of masculine identifying women, a lot of them do not have kids of their own and do desire to have kids of their own. So then when they get the opportunity to be a parent, they do take it seriously. And it's a choice too. For me, not saying my other kids wasn't a choice, because it definitely was a choice, but it wasn't planned. So you had to, right? It's a
Right.
difference. It's a big difference. With Xavier and Abby, I was older, so it was more planned out. Abby was
You're more
completely planned out.
stable.
Yeah, and Abby
Yeah.
was completely planned. Okay, the date, all the time, zodiac, everything. Joy wanted her to be a July baby. We was not having
Oh,
that.
no more cancer. Oh
Girl,
no,
hell no, not in the
please.
same house. I would have to
Mm-mm.
be outside on the porch.
Please. Mm-mm. Cancers give you cancer.
Don't do my niece like that, because that's the one you talking about. Don't do my niece. Do not do her like that.
Yes, they're a piece of work.
They definitely ain't for the weak at heart, baby. You gotta be
Mm-mm.
strong. Okay.
Yeah,
Even if you raised by one, you gotta be strong.
yeah.
I can't with
Yes,
her.
okay,
She's
what's
talking about
going-
they coming with her too.
Oh, honey.
But I wouldn't be. I don't see her. I wouldn't see her doing no crap like. Not even with the older kids. I still think she would check in on them, even if they wasn't. Because they horrible with communication. I swear, I haven't. I talked to my son one time last week. I haven't even talked to him this week. And when he was still in school, I talked to him like twice or three times a week. So I already know if you ain't talking to me, you ain't talking to nobody else but your daddy, because you got to see him and he right there. That's why.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, when they get older, they don't care about their parents until they need something.
They don't. They don't need us. And then they come to bed. When they hit you with that mom, when you see that text message, mom, they finna bed.
Or what you doing?
Yeah.
Not giving you nothing. That's what I'm doing.
Nothing. Mm-mm. But the crazy part about it is Sean would take the oldest two and probably leave Journey with me. She'll sign up for visitation with Journey.
Journey must be giving her the business then.
Yeah, Journey is a piece of work.
Yeah, it's them pandemic babies. And
Journey
they
is a piece
wasn't
of
they
work.
wasn't they wasn't meant for the weak at heart either at all.
Mm-mm. No, I
What's
don't care
up?
what zodiac sign.
No, it does not matter.
It
Because
doesn't.
my nephew is I think a Libra. His birthday is in October. And baby, he ain't for the weak at heart. And
Mm-mm.
it's so crazy that he literally would call my name as his mother called me. And I don't be messing with that kid because he's too smart. But I think that's the kids. I feel like that's the kids I do end up attracting as the little smart ones. You just want to pluck them in the mouth. And he's that. He's that. But he ain't for the weak of heart, baby, at all.
Mm-mm.
He ain't even 3.
Mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm. And then I had watched this. Oh yeah, she a Gemini. Ooh,
That
yeah,
right there, that's like having a cancer, baby.
yeah,
They were
yeah.
supposed
Mm-mm.
to-
I
uh-huh.
stay away from Gemini.
Now see, I have a no, I got we got a couple sisters Geminis, but they all different.
Oh, I thought you meant they all good. My face
No,
changed.
they all different. All of ours. I'm talking about me and you. Our sisters that are Geminis are all different. Cree is totally
She
different.
is different. She
Baby, she
is.
is totally different. She ain't for none of the shenanigans, none of it.
Mm-mm.
24 gonna give you a little bit more rain to play a little bit, and then when she get tired, that's when you're gonna see that middle name come out. And then
Mhm.
so they different.
Yeah, let's stop there.
They they just different. All of them is they're just different. Come get your sister. But they different. So I feel like it just depends on what age you get, where they are in their journey, how they was raised. Yeah, because I'm telling you, I would have never, if Cree ain't tell me her birthday, I would have never.
We are like a Virgo to me.
She
Kinda like
gives
a
me
Virgo. She's
what's
very
crazy is
blunt and she say whatever.
she always gave me Cancer, but that's her moon sign. So it might be why. But she's always giving me Cancer. But she is the first Gemini that I was like, girl, we is rocking forever. And if you think you're going somewhere, you're not.
Now, hold on, small. I don't think. Why is it? Come on, tell us why it's a harsh word, because I feel like it's reality at this point. Because nowadays, these people you can blank wrong and they're gonna get rid of you. They gonna say you can chew wrong. They'll be like, you chewing too hard. I want a divorce. Like they don't play nowadays.
But I feel like there's people that's not happy with themselves. And I'm only saying that from experience. Because it shouldn't be that way. Because you wouldn't want somebody to just be like, I don't like the way you breathe. I want a divorce. We would not want that. But I definitely was that person.
I mean, it happens.
I was definitely that person.
They get divorced over the smallest stuff. They don't try to fix it nowadays. They don't know what counseling is. Back in the days, they can cheat, go have 1,000 kids, be at the neighbor house, come back, beat you because they got caught cheating, and you still be with them.
But that's because our grandparents ain't our grandmothers ain't no better. All they knew was that man worked. He came home. He gave you that paycheck. He took his little piece out to go have fun and play around the neighborhood. and you made sure those kids was okay. Breakfast was done, lunch was done, dinner was done, and you swept off the caboose. That's what they knew. I don't think they knew no better because I feel like if our grandparents could have been in this era, they would have took that nonsense from our grandfathers. Absolutely freaking not. And my grandmother was
No.
strong. Like she was a Virgo. She was strong. But for whatever reason, she stuck by my grandfather until he died. And then I had a long 8-page letter of how life was horrible, miserable. Like she could not stand this man at all whatsoever. I still got the letter. And we all made copies so we all could have it. Like to see that I couldn't. I wouldn't want to. And I felt sorry that she had to go through so many years of turmoil and not be happy.
She said, "Who get married because they ain't got nothing to do?" Because Ren
People
said they get
do.
married for show
People
now.
do. You got.
But you know, somebody did say, I want to say it was last week. They feel like it's time for them to get married because all their friends are married, and I'm like, what?
But you do. You got people that be like, I feel like it's time for me to have a kid because all my friends have a kid. Now realize
No.
they can't stick with you everywhere you go. Like you can't leave them home like you can leave a dog.
Mm-mm.
But people do. People get married because the person got good benefits. You get married because they money long and you need that rent paid. You need a green card. I mean, that is popular. As I don't know what.
Yeah,
People,
they get
and
paid
people
for that.
for it.
I needed a green card, so Sean married me. Now just one.
I can't with you. So you got a lot of people out here that would definitely get married just because it's raining today and I want somebody, so let me go get married tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
it
sometimes
happens.
it work though. Sometimes it work.
It
Sometimes
do.
I wouldn't want to be one, but sometimes it work.
But people would say they idolize certain people relationships, and you don't know what that person is going through. Any relationship takes pretty much work. You got to put the work in. You can't think you can just jump into a relationship and everything's gonna be okay.
But
No.
people do because a lot of you got people that walk around here and think, oh well, once I get them, they ain't gonna do me like that. They are
Yeah,
because
they
that's
don't
who they are.
do you worse.
That's who they are. If you think that you're gonna get somebody and change them because you just got this goal between your legs, honey, they not. They're gonna use your goal, and they still gonna be who they are originally, who they
Regardless.
are. Like regardless, because if you don't change, if you cheat, you a cheater. You got to change that. Ain't no person making you change that, and I can vouch for that. Joy did not make me not want to cheat. I said I don't want to cheat because it could be any little thing that used to warrant me for me. I felt to find somebody else. So it surely ain't because my life is great. That doesn't matter. My life wasn't bad with neither one of those relationships either. It was me. So if you think that you're gonna give it somebody and make them do something opposite of who they are, you can't.
It never works.
And people do date people for that. They be serious too, because she would never put her hands on me. And now you're here between the refrigerator.
Yep. Calling your friend to come help you.
No, that person has to change on their own, and you can't push nobody to change. They have to want to change. And it's just like even with divorce. If they failed every single relationship, this one gonna last forever. How do you know if they the same person they was the last 2, 3, 10, 20? If every woman has left them and you leave them, why would the next woman think that you're gonna get anything different? Because obviously something's wrong with this person that people can't take them anymore. Then they got fed up with them and they had to go.
Yep. And they be in a relationship with you, the one that said they'll never do you like that, thinking about the girl they messed up on and how they should have kept her and how they should have did right. How can they spin the block? That's what they be thinking about because they know that person was a good girl or man or whatever you prefer. You know, they was good to them and they messed it up. So they trying to figure out how they gonna get back over there because you just for now.
Yeah. A placeholder.
Yeah.
A nice little empty table setting until the person come back and sit down. And Ren said some people get married before the downs. I agree. Before you know the person. And then and the lack of accountability. Accountability is a big thing because you have to be able to own what you did and who you are. And not be prideful and think that you just get everything right or you're God's gift to the world. Because I promise you, I don't care how good you are. Okay, hear me when I say this, people that are watching. I don't care how good you are. I don't care how long your money is. I don't care what you can supply. There is somebody better out here, and it's not gonna come with as much as you do.
Mm-hmm. That's
I don't
true.
care. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care who you are. You could be, I don't. You could be anybody. Is somebody better than Barack Obama? Is somebody better than Michelle Obama? Is somebody better than everybody? Everybody has somebody that's one up over them. It just depends on how you carry it. And if you got all that and you suck as a person, there's definitely
Then,
multiple
yeah.
people that's better than you.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't talking about God. I can't deal with Cree. She talking about best things since Jesus. That's that cancer side that's talking right there, because that's something a cancer would say, even though you're a Gemini.
Please don't give her cancer.
That's what Joy said last week in the podcast. She was like, who better? Jesus. There's always somebody better. It's somebody better than me. It's somebody better than that. It's somebody better than everybody.
Hold on now.
It's nobody is the best. You're the best to yourself. I am the best. But there is definitely, you could definitely find someone else and definitely do better.
You can find somebody else. Yeah.
Mhm.
But guess what they never do? They always go get somebody look like they've been beat in the face with some canned goods. It
Don't be the
never
ones
works.
that treat the people right though.
Oh, yeah.
That's the ones that's gonna appreciate you because they don't, because they
The
know what
other ones be cheating too, though.
we know.
They
We know.
yeah.
We know.
Yeah, them be the main ones. But what Ren said, some people get married before the down. That is true. Me and Sean got married, and a lot of people don't know this, but we got married after we had been together for 45 days.
Yeah, but look at y'all still working though.
Yeah.
Cause all right, so when I used to go, a church I used to go to a long time ago, this lady, I remember her husband sharing that he took her out on a date.
Mm-hmm.
And while they were at the table, he told her, "You are my wife."
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks later, he went and asked her father for her hand in marriage, and they are still together to this day. And I want to say back then they were already in year like 28 or something, so they probably have been together now like 40 some years. And you have
Wow.
never heard nothing crazy, no scandals, no nothing about them. They're well known in the community, so I feel like it just depends on the people. But he also was ready for it. He knew, like, he had already got himself together. She was together and they got together, and I'm sure it probably wasn't all peaches and cream, but they made it. It wasn't no outside babies. It wasn't no, you ain't here but no adultery in no type of way. So yeah, so I think it just depends on, it depends on the people.
You think they went 40 some years without? Because now that people say cheating is having a conversation.
But see, they older, so I feel like they probably could. I feel like they probably got around that it might have been other stuff, but I feel like they got around that avenue because he's definitely an old southern guy. He opened doors,
From
don't
Alabama.
believe. I don't know. It's definitely
like.
even when he talked, you could tell. And I want to say then he was in his like 50s. So if he did do something, it probably was like early on, but they were still striving. Very successful.
Well, some people overcome it, and you'll never know that they went through infidelity or anything.
True.
People be like, "Oh, I'm in a relationship," and it be in a monogamous. It's a monopoly relationship because you playing the game. You playing with everybody going around the board in that monopoly relationship. Monopoly. Yeah,
not monopoly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you think the effect that divorce have on kids?
It depends on the child. I think it it does depend on the child because some kids be like, long as they get to see both of their parents and they, both of their parents are in their life, it doesn't bother them. It depends on how the divorce ends because a divorce could be so messy that it can get a child anxiety.
Yeah.
Then they have to choose side. They feel like they have to be here for their mom. They can be here for the dad or whatever. And then it's just like, okay, they looking at everything a little differently because they like, okay, whose side I need to be on, or when I'm gonna see if I choose my mom's side, will I get to see my dad, or if I choose my dad's side, how that's gonna work out. So it's pretty much stressful to kids. But I feel like if they know that their parent are not leaving them, just each other, it's gonna
Hmm.
be okay.
Now, I would say for my first divorce, my me and Terrell, our oldest daughter together, it wasn't easy for her at all. It was because she felt like it was no conversation. We just was here one day, and then next thing you know, I'm moving, dad's staying here. So I feel like you said, it does depends on the child, and I do feel like you should have a conversation with the child. Now with the rest of the kids, with TJ and Shania, they were kind of too young to really understand this. So I don't know how it affected them fully. I know TJ, it kind of affected him with how we decided that where he was going to go, because he didn't grow up with his sisters, because I took the girls, his dad took him, because I thought that would be the right thing, being that why should I take all of our children and then leave his dad with none of the kids, even though they could visit whenever they wanted to, like it was open. But I felt like also he needed his dad more than he needed his mom. But it should have been a balance where they both had both, because they definitely struggled in that area, all of them, because I
Mhm.
had the girls, he had the boys, and then it was kind of like a out of sight, out of mind, but not fully. Like it was a check in, if you need to go to a doctor's, it's a school conference, but it wasn't as hands on as like with Zay. It's set. He's here for 3.5 days. He's with his dad 3.5 days. Um, and we talk about everything. Now he wasn't able to be raised with his siblings either, because they were older when me and his father got a divorce, so he didn't get to be in the house with them full time. But he got way more hands on with his siblings than TJ did, who had the
Mhm.
same dad as his siblings. So I
Right.
definitely think it's about definitely depends on the kid, and I definitely think it has to be a conversation. And then if you get a divorce, I feel like it needs to be when the child is early, like early, where they don't even remember.
Mhm.
'Cause Zay
Right.
cannot tell you anything about me and his dad being together. We save stuff. Like his dad has stuff that he has kept. I have keepsake stuff, so that when he get older, or if he asks a question, we could show him like it wasn't no, I just met your dad. Like it was definitely a lot of love there. You wasn't born in
Mhm.
no accidental, I don't like you kind of thing. So we got all this stuff for him that he can go look at anytime he wants to, so he can remember what he was made in. But I can't say I got any of that for the other kids, because I didn't think about it like that. I wasn't mature enough to be like, let's save these pictures. We got like a few I remember even TJ when he was, I think, like 6. And I think his siblings either told him that me and his dad was married before, and he didn't believe it. He thought we were sitting there lying. But I liked it because you didn't have to heal from a divorce. You had to heal
Mhm.
from a divorce, but not the separation of us being together and now we not.
Right.
He didn't
Right.
remember us being together. And Zay the same way. Zay doesn't did not remember that we literally lived together for the first, I want to say, 3 years of his life. Maybe 2 years of his life.
Mhm.
Don't remember that at all. He does. Only thing he remembers is the videos we show him of all of us together and laughing at something he's doing with all his siblings in the house and his dad. But that's the only thing. He didn't have to feel like, dang, y'all pulling me apart.
Yeah, because if it's done late, and say you were to say, "Oh, I'm gonna keep the girls, you keep the boy," or him. Some kids, we want to know why you chose them, and you didn't want to keep them. Like they blame themselves, like, "Oh, she didn't want to keep me. She'd rather give me away, and she'll keep them." And that'll affect a child going forward. They'll be like, "Okay, well, she ain't want me."
Yeah, I remember having to apologize to TJ. I didn't feel like I had to apologize to the girls because they were with me. I will apologize for other stuff, but I didn't have to apologize to them for not having them, because they was with me. But when it came to TJ, I remember the conversation. We was driving down 97 one day. He didn't ask nothing. I just felt like it was time for me to explain it. And he's one of the most loving, like he's so freaking loving. And we just had the conversation, and I was like, I just want to let you know, like, it's not that I did not want you in my household. We thought the best thing was for you to stay with your dad, and I take your sisters because they're girls. I'm a girl, your dad's a boy, you're a boy. And we didn't think it all the way through. And we were young. We were like, how old are we? In our early 20s, I was my late 20s, he was like mid 20s. So we didn't think it through. We just thought this is what we're supposed to do and this is how it should
Mhm.
go, not realizing that it could have injured TJ in some type of way because he didn't have his mom. Now he had a mom, a bonus mom figure, and she did great by him, 100%. Absolutely
Mhm.
perfect by him. Even to this day, like she found out he's not found out because she was invited. Um she knew about his graduation party, his prom. She was there, she helped whatever was needed. So he had that mom figure, but I can't sit there and say I was 100% present because he stayed with dad and I kept the girls. But I had to have
Mhm.
that conversation and still apologize and let him know so he would know that it wasn't no I don't want you because I don't want your dad. No, because parents do that because you like your father, but he don't like his father. He think he do, but he don't.
Mhm.
But parents do that. They don't like the kid that
They
look like
do.
the other parent.
Mhm.
And I didn't want him to have that in his mind at all whatsoever. I think he might have been like 11, 10 or 11 when we had that conversation. We're going to make sure that you know it had nothing to do with you. It was just that we thought it was the best decision. However, we apologize that it wasn't. And you missed
Yeah.
out on stuff. Because I also had this thing, even now, if you don't live with me and I'm going out of town and I haven't talked to you for weeks or days, or and now you know I'm ready to go somewhere and now you want to come, no,
Mhm.
because you're not gonna walk around this world thinking that that's when you're supposed to be under somebody when you need something from them. Absolutely not. Because
Mhm.
we should be able to talk that I can say, hey, I'm going this place in a couple weeks, whatever the case may be, and you say, oh my, I want to go. Okay, that's different. But I don't want to hear you don't take me nowhere and you don't come up.
They have it. Yeah.
Period.
That's true though. Mhm.
Period on that.
Mhm. But when it comes to kids, let me say this real quick. Do y'all know how, say you're in a relationship with somebody, you have kids already, but you're bringing someone else into the relationship that don't have any kids. And then once they come into the child's life and they build this bond, everything's going good. And then they just up and leave. Now I feel like that plays the biggest, like that's worse than parents splitting up, because how do you explain to that child, because some people have them kids calling them people daddy or mama or whatever, and I feel like that shouldn't really go on because some kids be really confused.
Mhm. And I don't feel like you should make a kid call anybody anything. Like
Yeah,
why are we allowing it? If a child feels like that person is mom, then cool. I mean, it is what it is. But no, especially if y'all ain't got no time, man. Why are we calling you for what?
exactly. And then they break up, they
Hmm.
go get into another relationship with somebody else, and that person is wondering, well, why you got to go get their kids? Them not your kids. And then that's a big deal,
Yeah,
because she feel like you shouldn't spend time with them kids because those not your real kids.
no, and guess what? She would have to go. They would have to
Yeah.
go. Cause like even when I tell now, I will tell people I have 6 biological kids. However, there's 9. Okay. Joy has a son that is her godson, but it's her adopted son. That is my son.
Mhm.
And Xavier dad has a daughter and a son as well that came into the relationship. They are my kids as well. So I don't care about saying I have a football team. I have a football team. And 3 of them are my bonus children. I don't call them step kids. We don't do step nothing. We don't say I'm when I tell you it is we made that like a thing. Even when people go like I want it's like a month or so ago, he had texted me when he posted my TJ for his birthday. And somebody's like, oh, I didn't know you had a son that age. And the person has been around us for years in the same town we at. So you already know this is Terrell's son,
Mhm.
but this is Ice's son as well. And he was like, he's been my son. Like I have these men. We don't do step nothing. No step parent, no, but also at the same
Right.
time, I'm not making TJ, Naya, Nira, none of them call Joy mom. I'm not making them call Ice dad. They found their own name for him. And whatever that name
Mhm.
is, that's what it's gonna be. Whatever name they have for Joy is what it's gonna be. You don't have to know. And when
Mhm.
everything is over, if you had a problem with me still loving on the kids that I had before you, because they're from somebody else, you have an insecurity. You got an
Right.
issue. And that means you would be the one that will leave my kids. And if somebody tell you not to come visit them, you wouldn't because you're okay with it. I look at all that stuff now. Like everything, I look at everything now. Stuff I wouldn't looked at a younger age.
Right.
It didn't matter. Now, no. Like I said earlier, if you would entertain me while I'm married, I don't want you. Well, back in the day, that was cute. That was hot. That was the excitement. I don't want you if you want me while I'm still married. I don't want you because you're going to do the same thing to me eventually, somewhere in the you're going to cheat on me because you're okay with it.
Yep.
You're okay with being with somebody else's. And
Yep.
then even when it comes to
And
children,
karma.
yeah, Neek said last week, and even if it ain't you getting the cheating back, next thing you know, your body falling apart. We're not playing them kind of
Yep.
games. I don't want karma. Karma don't play fair. I don't want her. I don't want
Nope.
her. I was born with
Mm-mm.
enough
At
stuff. I
all.
the extra, okay. But yeah, I'm not. I'm not. If you, however you respond when you come into my life now, even as friends, how you respond, I'm watching that because what you do now and what you're okay with, you're gonna be okay with it if we're not friends.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna switch up on me just like you would switch up on a friend. No, I watch everything. I'm paying attention to everything. My eyes
Yeah.
wide open, no broken lens, because I need to see it all. And I tell my kids the same thing. If you with somebody and somebody want to entertain you and they not sitting there saying, like the movie Black Divorce. Have you seen it yet?
I have.
Okay, and you seen when that guy told her that like when she wanted to sleep with him and he said no, like no, like this is he knew this is not the right time. That was the sexiest thing I ever seen in my life. Cause even though he wanted her, he knew like, yeah, no, we not because this not even what you for real want. It's just to
Right.
get past the pain that you had. So we're not even gonna
Mm-hmm.
entertain this. Now, when you get
Right.
what you gotta do, then we can revisit it. Now, did they fall into it? Yeah, I would have probably too. But the first initial still was that respect of I respect you enough that I'm not about to entertain you while you still going through your own stuff. Let's get your stuff handled and then let's talk about it. Get that divorce and then let's talk
Yeah.
about it.
Mm-hmm. That is true. But he still cheated. They did. They still cheated on that truck.
I mean, did they though?
I feel like you was still married. You was sitting on the back of the truck, want some shine, whiskey or whatever
Yeah,
you
but
was
I mean,
drinking.
I ain't feel like it was cheating. I feel like now if they had kissed and it had went further, yeah, you tripping. But I felt like I don't know. My first divorce, that is a lonely feeling when your first divorce. It ain't as lonely when you got to do it multiple times, but that,
You used to it. Then you're a pro.
it
You
ain't
like,
the same impact. It ain't the same hit. But that first one, when you have lived with this person, you've dated them from since high school, and that's what your life and your family is, and it changes. That loneliness will make you want to do some things because you don't want to be alone because you're so sad or so heartbroken or whatever the case may be. So I get what she was at. I don't feel like that was cheating. I feel like though if they had kissed, then yeah, you stepping too far. But
mm,
if you had caught yourself, you could have got a little pass. But I'm telling you, the fact that he would not go further, even though he's been dreaming of going further since they was together in high school,
mhm.
yeah, that was mad kudos. I can respect anybody that do that.
Now this I got a question because I've been wondering this for a long time.
Mhm.
When people will ask you for a divorce, they go through with the divorce. You asked for the divorce now. Why the fuck is you crying? You asked for it. You hurt. You falling out. You should be so happy. Why are you crying? You asked for this.
That's because they didn't really think the person was gonna go through with it. Just like on that
You
movie,
had time to stop.
he thought that he was gonna be able to control the narrative. And when she got fed up and went home to her mama and her daddy, and they gave her that strength back, and she came back and was like, "Let's go. I don't care. What do I need to sign?" And he
Mhm.
realized, damn, I lost her. That's what
Yeah.
it was. And he knew he was coming from a screwed up background. That's the with regular life too. People be wanting stuff until it happened. You be wanting
I
that person
feel
out
like
your
you just
life.
gotta chin up, chest out. You ask for it, take it, keep
Baby,
it pushing.
keep it pushing. But people
Yeah.
don't know how to, and that's when you get them psychos because they ain't think that you was really gonna sign that document. and make it
Mhm.
real and go on about your life and actually be happy. They thought that you was gonna fight and cry and snot all over the place and lay in the street. But when you realize that you got your own strength and don't no person give it to you, yeah, it do something to the
Mhm.
person's spirit. It show you ain't it. You ain't all that. Cause babe, when it's done, it's done. When it's done, it's
Yeah.
done.
Mhm. And then they
When
be
it's
saying, "Oh, this person was this to them, that to them," and then you still crying because you got this divorce. I would have been throwing a divorce party. Okay. If
That's
you
the
really
thing.
wanted this
They didn't
divorce,
want
then
it.
what's the problem?
They didn't want it. They thought they wanted. They don't think it all the way through. Because people really do be thinking that you're doing better if you leave the person. Now, sometimes you are. Sometimes you do. But sometimes you are the problem. So you ain't gonna do better. They're going to do better.
Mhm. Yep.
So if they the problem and they don't realize it until after you out here, moved on, somebody loving on you the way they wouldn't, they giving you the time, the confidence, the affirmations, and all that, whatever your love language is, and they sitting there trying to figure out why they can't get nobody. Yeah, you're
Oh,
right,
no.
Jazz. Let the stale energy go. We have to be
Yep.
vibrational match. Yes, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
Yeah. Because people do be in relationships, they can't even go out and have fun together.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
They can't joke together. They can't do nothing. You be like, oh, that's boring.
But I also don't like the people that can't do nothing without their mate, because that's
Yeah.
boring. Because then when that
Hmm.
when something go wrong, if it goes wrong, then they're gonna be the ones you gotta go check on because they gonna bury themselves underneath the bed. No, do stuff without it's have a
Hmm.
healthy middle ground. Have a healthy connection where you can still go hang out with your friends. Your mate don't have to be in the same building as you. Your mate don't have to be in the
Right.
same town as you. You could check in or whatever the case may be, but take that break because you need the break. Everybody needs a break in a relationship. Now I ain't talking about ghosts, cheat or nothing. But if they got a fishing trip coming up, let them go on that fishing trip. You ain't gotta go.
Right.
You do not have to go. Like my with Joy, they have like their conclave and stuff every year. I do not be looking like, oh, I can't wait to go. I don't. That's her thing. I don't. It's business.
Hmm.
One, so I know you. I don't want you to have to be. I don't want to have to be in a place with you, or
Hmm.
right, vice versa. I don't want you come to my boule and I have to check on you because I'm a feel like I need to make sure you're still okay, even though I know you're okay. We still
Hmm.
in the same place. So I'm still gonna want to make sure you're okay. My mind is gonna probably be on you because I know you're here. And especially if I ain't feeling the people I'm around, right? No,
Right.
go do you. See when you come back. If you having something, that event or something like coming up doing in that time period, okay, I'll meet you there. But other than that, I don't want to be underneath of you. And I don't want you underneath of me. And I love you. And I'll see you when you come
Right.
back. It's
Hmm.
healthy. It's unhealthy
Now
to
I
be.
do agree with bros trip, girls trip. I believe in that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I believe in that.
it's a must. It's a must. You cannot. Your mate can be your everything, but they should not be your everything. Okay, my
Yeah,
wife is my
that is true.
everything, but she is not my everything. I have several, and
Hmm.
I'm sure I better be her everything, but I better not be her everything. We should not. It should be a healthy middle ground. We should be able to do stuff separately.
Hmm.
Like even with my sister, I went out to go with my sister a couple weekends ago. I had the greatest time. I needed that time away from home, away from everything, just to be around my town people, the people that I done grew up with, I ain't seen in years. And it was great. It was absolutely great. And I came home and it was great to come home.
Hmm. So, Nithya, why you made that face, girls? Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Let's see. My wife went out of town Friday and was like, "You sure?" I said, "Girl, you better book that flight." So,
Exactly. That's my sister. Uh, girl, when Joy go out of town, well, when she because her jobs now don't really have to go out of town. She just driving 45 to an hour up the street. But when she had to go out of
mm,
town, that was the time I got to turn the air condition down, and I get to sleep on her side of the bed because I don't like sleeping by the bathroom. She don't like sleeping by the bathroom. So when she's here, I have to sleep by the bathroom. But when she going, I can sleep on her side. The air is on 68 all through the house. It is wonderful. And then when I know she coming back, I warm the house back up. And I go back on my side. And I can't wait for her to get home. But while she gonna go, I'm gonna go out to eat, or I'm gonna go see somebody I ain't seen in a minute. Like, yeah, yes. See, because
Mhm. I
that's
think these studs needed some blood because I like my AC on 89, I mean 69, 68, and they be like,
they
Sean be like,
do.
it's cold, it's cold. I be
Get a
like,
blanket.
what?
Girl, Joy got 3 blankets on the bed. It's one regular quilt, a thick blanket, and then she got her own personal blanket over top of her. And that's the only way I can turn a fan on. I have the air and a fan on. I want to be cold.
Me too.
Like I want to get up
Me
pissed off
too.
because it's so cold. Like mad that it's cold. That's how cold I like my room. So yeah, but when she gone, baby, and like even when I go out of town with my sisters, I'm telling you, we don't need to share a room. Because if I can control the air, it's gonna be cold. We went to Atlanta for Ren's birthday, and we was all talking about getting a room, and I was like, no, I'm gonna go ahead and get my own room because I want my air cold. And I know y'all not gonna want the air cold, and I don't want y'all in here talking, but I need a blanket. No,
Mhm. You need some iron. That's what you need.
we ain't talking bad, but just y'all just gotta, take your blankets with y'all. Even in the car, I be telling Joy all the time, what
Mhm.
put layers on. Since you always cold, add layers to
Yeah.
yourself. Cause we always hot. We can't drive in the car but butterball naked. But you can take the layers off
Mhm.
as you get hot. We can't. Add layers.
Mm-mm.
Take the blanket with you. Do something with yourself.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I look forward to those. I
Sleeping.
look forward to those times when we able to do stuff separately and then together and then as a group. It's great. It's great.
Mhm. Yeah. I went
And
on
it's
one trip. It wasn't no girls trip though, but I did go on a trip to Houston with my sisters, with y'all, and that was the first trip that I had went on without Sean. Y'all, I got lost in the airport. I
but
got
you made it
lost. So
though.
I did.
You
Oh,
did.
and then I went to Puerto Rico, girl, and still that my bags got lost and every girl, it was a mess.
And
It
look,
was
so you
fun
sitting
when I
there talking
traveled
about
by
I
myself.
need Sean to go with me. But it'd be like that until you get
Yep.
comfortable. And once you get comfortable, it is nothing. Like now I be
Mhm.
scared. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be nervous to go to even though Puerto Rico is a part of the US. I'd be scared to go like
Mhm.
Puerto Rico or Cancun or anything at by myself. I'd be wanting to make sure somebody's on the flight with me. But when Amber birthday, my flight just wasn't gonna work for me to get there when they got there.
Right.
So I had to fly in
Mhm.
by myself. Girl, I was fine. I got that thing. I had my look on my face like, don't say nothing to me. I do fight. And I kept it moving. I got my little
Mhm.
called my Uber and went to the hotel, checked in and everything, and it was great. Like I don't know. I like being by myself too. Like I want you in my space when I want you in my space. And Joy is
Oh
the same
God.
way. She wants you in her space when she wants you in her space, but she don't need you all underneath of her, and I don't need you all underneath of me. Like I said in that I said Sunday to our sisters, I don't need you. You don't have to call me. Like you don't have to feel like you
Yeah.
talk to me.
That's
It's
how I feel
okay.
too.
It's
You don't have
okay.
to call me. I'll see you when I see you and I'm gonna love on you
And
then. But
love on you and love on you
yeah.
and ain't nothing in my heart changing. And when we get together it's gonna be like we talk every day, but I'm not that needy
Mhm.
person. I've never been that needy
Yep.
person.
My friends know I do not talk on the phone. I FaceTime a couple people, but other than that, if anybody else, I don't talk on the phone. Don't
Mhm.
text me.
Yeah, text me because I'll let the phone ring until it get to the text.
Mhm.
Then be
Right.
like, what's going on, what's wrong? Yeah, I've always been that way though. I've never been a
Mhm.
mm-mm. I want you when I want you, and when I don't, leave me alone. Just be in a room with me,
Yeah.
but you gotta be by me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I keep my leg over. As long as my leg touching you, then I'm okay.
I start off, but then I go to the corner of my bed, even though our bed is huge and Abby not
Mhm.
even in it no more. I still sleep on the corner of my bed. It's a comfort thing for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
And ain't nothing between us but air. And I'd be so comfortable. Now I start off by her, but once I'm ready
Yeah.
to go sleep, I'm rolling all the way over to my side and I'm getting nice and comfortable and snug and put that blanket underneath my chin and I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it works, though. It start off like that. People do real couples do not cuddle all night. I said it.
It's
Mm-mm.
weird. And if they do, I want to know who, because that's weird. Because, like,
Mhm.
what, do you go bathroom? Like, What happens? Mm-mm.
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 They don't cuddle. Not all night.
No, it would be it would be too uncomfortable. Like even if Joy goes sleep and I'm up, I'll lay my head on her chest and watch what I'm watching. But when I'm ready to go sleep, I don't want your arm under my neck. I don't want your arm under my body trying. It's too much. It's
Mm-mm.
too much. It's too gay.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Too gay. I don't
That's
want it.
too gay.
I don't want
Yeah.
it. Let me be. And then when I get in the morning, I'll be so excited to kiss you good morning. Because you on your side and I'm on my side. And we meet in the middle when we need to meet in the middle. Then go back to that side. Like I feel like
It
we
do
probably
get hot.
it do. It's
It
too
be so
high.
hot. Yeah. Some people body have that natural heat. So
I do. I do. Absolutely say can studs get half the bed because films like
I
to take
get
up all.
Sean, I get Sean her side. I stay on my side.
Yeah, and Joy has her
Because
whole.
she'll fall asleep before me and I be still on my phone. So I roll over so it won't, she won't hear it.
Yeah, no, Joy probably take over more of the bed than I do.
Mhm.
Literally, because I'm not on purpose, but I sleep on the corner. Like purposely, I sleep on the corner, and I don't know what it's about. I don't know why the root is, but that's my spot. I literally, if I could take a picture of me sleeping, there's no room with me and the edge. It's I am the edge, and we have a whole king size bed. I am the edge of my on my side of the bed, and it's not because I'm trying to get away or if I'm laying towards her, then my feet hangs off the bed. But I'm always on the corner unless I turn over. But as long as I'm looking at that wall, I'm on the edge. And I like
Yeah.
it there.
Turn that rain sound on and that fan on,
Now see you're doing too
and
much.
you good.
You're doing too much. I need a TV.
Oh no, I can't sleep with the TV on.
Oh no,
I-
we can't ever sleep in the same room together, sis. Not
I'm like,
ever.
turn that TV on. It's making it hot.
Me, Cree, Amber, and Curse did a girls' weekend away, right? We was here in Maryland though, but we did a girls' weekend away. One of the best freaking girl weekends I've ever had. Girl, we got in that house and there was only one room with a TV, and it was Cree's room. Baby, Cree had a roommate. Cree had a roommate. It was me. It was definitely me. And I was walking through the rooms, and I'm like, first I was excited. Oh, I get to sleep in a bed by myself. And girl, when we got in that
Mm-mm.
house, and the TV was either in the living room, and I don't sleep in nobody's Airbnb in they open living room if it's dark anywhere. So if it's a dark backyard or a sliding door, no, I'm being in a room where I can close and lock the door. So we went going through the house and everything, and I'm looking. Amber said, "Ain't no TV." I said, "Girl, it's not." So I don't know what y'all gonna do. We need to figure this out because I can't sleep without no TV, and I'm not about to sleep in no dark in no stranger house. So the bedroom that she had was a suite. So it had her room, the TV swiveled, and I slept on a freaking what's the damn bed? You know what is it? Throttle, Thundle? I think that's what it's called. It's the couch bed, but you could pull the bed out from the bottom.
Okay.
God slept on that sofa bed, and I did not care whatsoever that I was giving up my bed at home or a private room. I need that TV, and she had a
Oh
roommate.
God.
She had a roommate that whole weekend. Me.
No. No.
And now everybody know, do not book a room. But I also know to bring my laptop or bring my iPad because sometimes it don't be a TV in the room. So
But
I
you
have
don't be watching it. You be
I
sleep.
do though. I watch it. I'm a night owl. Like you probably could call me like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm probably just going to sleep or I'm still up watching something. That's how I be getting work done.
That used to be my life. Now I can't stay up past 8:30. I'm yarning now.
I know. I see you. No, I'm a night owl. It don't even matter. Even if I got to get up at 6, if I got to get up at 6, I'm still going to be up doing what I want to do because I don't digress until everybody else go to sleep. Now, if I'm really really tired, I have now made myself go to sleep so that I'm not doing the norm or feeling like I have to be the last one to sleep. I mean, woke. But no, I watch my shows. I eat my ice because Joy got her headphones on. Like last night, I was so mad when I turned over. She had them damn headphones on because I had the ice in my mouth and I was like, oh, I can't even crunch my ice because she ain't got her damn trucker ear headphones on.
Girl,
So
she
that's
go
not
everywhere with them. She get in the pool with them and shower. She go
she
fishing
got,
with them.
like 2 or 3 pairs. Okay, she making sure they stay charged.
Mm-mm.
Yes,
Mm-mm.
we was in Miami, so we went to Miami, right? They didn't have no TV in my room. I had Joy call that man because we was gonna get a refund, and he wasn't gonna bring no TV up in that room. And I was
Girl,
dead
you
ass
in
serious.
Miami?
Asked, did he come and bring a TV? I was not staying in no house, and you ain't got no TV in the primary room. We're not about to do that. Why are we renting this house when you ain't got no TV in this room? Everybody don't like
What?
the dark.
You
Me,
know what you're
not
doing,
everybody.
Miami? Miami, you're not in the room.
Devoted. Did he bring a TV? He went to Walmart and got a TV and brought that TV there because we was not going to stay. We're going to have to find somewhere else to go. Because Joy goes to sleep early, and then I'll be
Girl,
sitting up looking at the dark. No, I need something to entertain me while she sleep.
I gotta go check the rooms and see if it's a
No,
TV
because I'm
in the
bringing
Airbnb.
I learned to bring my laptop because I got all my apps on my laptop and my iPad. So my room don't have to
Mm.
have a TV in August because I'm gonna bring my
Oh,
TV with me. Mhm.
I'm glad it's recorded.
I am, girl. I promise you, I'm not because you just don't never
I
know when
think
it
it
comes
is a
to
TV.
Airbnb.
It's a TV in there though.
But even when we had the Creole
Yeah, it's a
crossing,
TV in there.
there was no TV in the room that I was in. I slept on the sofa at your
For
crossing.
hours,
Yes, and it was plenty of rooms. I was
girl. I didn't know what was it had in the
sleep.
house.
I wasn't sleep. I slept right on that daggone sofa, and I had a whole room to myself. I slept on the sofa where everybody's passing by. I'm sleeping on the sofa because it has a TV. And night lights don't
That
work.
place was too nice not to have a TV in it though. That's crazy. It was too nice not to have a TV.
That's
That's because
because
you got kids,
that was the only time
and
you
that
could
was the
see
only
yourself
time
once
you get
upon a time.
yourself. Mhm.
Yeah, I
Girl, I
can't. I
be
need
sleeping
my
for the
TV.
kids.
Yeah, no,
I
I
be
do
sleeping.
now. I will now, but it literally took me therapy. Literally, the last couple months, I'll go sleep when I'm tired now versus fighting it and waiting for Abby to go to sleep because she ain't gonna leave the room. She ain't leaving the room, and if she in the bed with me, she definitely ain't getting out the bed. But now she's still in my room. She's just not in my bed. She got her own bed in there. I had to go
Girl,
buy
that
her.
don't work for Journey. Journey would not sleep in the damn bed.
Try girl went
Mm.
got her a traveling air mattress, and it's right beside my side. Is
That's what her bed is. She got a little bed right beside our bed now, and she still won't stay in it.
I
She'll
told
get in
Abby
the bed
either
with us
that.
or her sister.
I told her it's either that or she going to her room. Now pick which poison you want, because either way you're gonna be in your own bed. Because I need
And
to
they
be by my
sleep so
wife.
wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mm,
no.
mm, mm.
But yeah, we was
Yep,
talking about the D word, devoted.
the D word. Hopefully, no one has to experience that. I'm
Yeah.
wishing blessing on everybody's marriage.
Mhm. But if it ain't right, get out of it. Don't stay somewhere you
Yeah,
don't need to belong either.
and
Cause
you
it,
ain't happy.
especially with them church folks, be quick. Don't divorce them. You getting your head banged in every 3 weeks. Leave,
Hmm.
leave. Ain't nobody tell you had to sit there and be stupid. It's just like you supposed to forgive. It don't mean you got to deal with the person. Get that stuff out
Hmm.
your head. Cause them church
Yeah.
people, I remember my second divorce. They kept on saying, "This is not what God wants for you." Well, what do He want then? He want me to be upset. He want me to keep cheating. What do you want? What do you want? Tell me. Help me. Make it clear.
I'll be like, did God come down here and tell you that? I want to hear it.
Because you ain't gonna tell me what. No, just because you don't want to
Mm-mm.
live in your truth, don't mean you're gonna keep me in a prison. No, I'm gonna go live my truth, and I'm still friends with my ex. Now, go about your business. And both of us are doing great, and both of us are happy, and really happy in an actual marriage. Because we was not. We was content. That was what it was, content. And now you can see the difference. And just imagine if we had listened to the church folks. Where would we have been?
Right.
Girl, goodbye. Say 11 years old, he would have been miserable because we miserable. Hell no. So if you got to get out, get out.
Fast. Get out fast. Yep.
Yep, and that's exactly it, devoted. That's exactly it. And you should still be able to be friends if you care about a person. The love shouldn't go just because a relationship went. It depends on what they did, I guess. But if you just grew
Mm-hmm.
apart, I don't have time to dislike you if you haven't done give
Mm-mm.
me a reason to.
Mm-hmm. And this is true. People outside your marriage can't tell you nothing about your marriage for real. Because you don't know
But
what
they
I
try.
deal with every day. You
Hmm
don't know
But they
what they
try.
deal with every day.
But they surely try, especially those people that still hang on with Queen James. They be trying. They be so adamant about you don't go do that. It's against God. Okay, well, is it me getting my head knocked in against it too? Because I'm trying to help me
Mm-hmm.
understand, or being cheated on, or people bringing STDs home. Like, is that's in the
Their
will?
babies and
That's what you gonna
everything.
do? Right. I'm taking
Mm-hmm.
care of kids. No, I cannot.
What? That ain't true. Cause I'm more like, well, they don't want to leave Virgos anyway. Let's just put that out there.
I love
But
Virgo.
because we are the best. But
Y'all cute or whatever.
but let me tell y'all this. You know, you can have those friends that will tell you to leave your relationship. Like, because you know, some friends tell one-sided story. They'll
Hmm.
tell you to leave a relationship because this person ain't no good, this person treats you like that. And the whole time it's you doing the fuck shit.
That's how you know you ain't got no friends, because your friends should be able to tell
Right.
you that you is the
Hey,
fuck shit. It ain't
right.
them. But that's, I mean, like, we had an assignment, and I wrote on my post too. You should be able to ask. You need to ask people that, not people that are invested in what you can give them, but ask them people that's gonna be blatant, like that hurtful answer, and ask them how you
Mhm.
show up or what you need to work on. Baby, you'll find out the truth and get some good signs to ask. Don't ask your compatible signs. Ask the signs you don't get along with. Ask them, because they're gonna give you the truth. Or yeah, or somebody that don't got no sugarcoating. Ask them.
Mhm.
Maybe I would never call Truth and ask her nothing. Truth, baby, her name is exactly it. Baby, you better be prepared for what you ask, okay? She one of her friends, you be
Mhm.
like, all right, so I just need you just to listen. Okay, I don't want you to say anything. I don't need to know if I'm wrong today. Tell
You
me
gonna say
tomorrow.
something anyway.
She
She a
is.
Virgo.
She is. And Sagittarius too. You right. You are definitely right, Trey. I tell what we both do or did. Me too. Me too. Because I don't have,
Mhm.
and I'm
Me
big
too.
for. It ain't not one podcast that we done talked about relationships that I ain't sit there and say, oh no, it was them. No, it was me. The last two relationships was definitely me. The last three. Because let's
I
go to my
tell what I
oldest.
do too. Yeah. I
We
feel
can
like you
pull
tell
it
the
out.
truth, it's gonna tell both sides.
Yeah, and I ain't giving you our perception. I'm giving you word for word what happened. I'm not giving you what
Mhm.
it felt like to me. I'm giving you exactly word for word what happened. But I'm also a fact person. So I'm going off the facts. I'm not going off what you made me feel like. We can deal with that later.
Mhm.
I'm going off what the facts was. I'm going to definitely tell you word for word
Mhm.
exactly what happened. I ain't leaving nothing out. And if I do, you can call
Yeah.
me on it. And I'm also now back in the day, if you call, it depends on how you call me on it too. Because some people can't call me on it because you don't know how to talk right. You don't know what my you don't know my receiving. You don't know you don't know what how I need to receive it. So you just
That is true. That is true. A
you know
person that does everything under the sun trying to call me, I'd be like, shut up, because you do worse than me.
yeah, and that and,
No.
and, I'm, and that fair thing irritate my soul because I think everything's supposed to be fair. Like if you cuss me out, I can cuss you out too. If you talk to me stupid, I'm gonna talk to you stupid. Why should I have to
Mhm.
be able to tone myself down and control
Yeah.
myself, and you can't control you? Man, all bets off. All
Yeah.
bets are off. All bets are off.
Yeah.
But I really feel like you definitely have to have those friends that's gonna be able to say, no, you was wrong. Even
Mhm.
now, devoted is me and Joy judge. So even with some stupid stuff, we'll call her and be like, so this what happened, XYZ. It's even with her being Joy's person. That is Joy's soulmate. And she is my perfect person as well, because she my ism. But it's no in between. Like she not gonna, even if she gotta give it to us soft and she give us this look and say, well, and then she'll go into it. But the whole time she's smiling. So you can't even take nothing she's saying, even if she's telling you like you dead ass wrong, that's fucked up. It's a place for
Mhm.
you. It's still gonna come out with so much love and respect that you cannot not listen to what she's saying. So I feel like you gotta have those people that's gonna be able to tell you, like, yeah,
Yeah, you
it's some
do.
fucked up shit. And you listen to
Mhm.
them. But if you don't listen, that's a pride thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't no point in
Yeah.
listening.
Just let it go.
Just
Don't
don't.
ask me either.
Yeah, ain't no point in even trying. If you gotta fight against somebody's pride, just don't even worry about it because they ain't gonna hear. And that was me back in the day, baby. You cannot tell me I was wrong about nothing because it was not me. But now, no, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did. And I'm gonna tell you why I did it, and then you can tell me was my way of thinking wrong or not. But I'm still gonna explain where it came from. What was the
Right.
root of it? And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it.
Yep.
But I also gotta jump in circles, so they ain't gotta bow down to me to say nothing. They're gonna say exactly what they need to say, and I love it. All right, now we had
Yep.
an hour and 24 minutes with this one tonight, baby. We done rocked it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hour and a half.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Oh God. Listen, look at that
Yes.
cancer.
Rocking
She
that.
said she's the original, y'all.
You are the original young. But you got share the throne, honey. And definitely do.
Yep. But guys, check us out next Thursday, same time, 8 p.m. Make sure you go in, share, like, comment, subscribe.
And we might be able to do it together because I'll be in your city.
Oh yeah. Yep, next week.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
might be able
so
to do it
yeah.
together.
We
Let's
may
see
be
what's
together
going
next
on.
week. We're gonna see.
We might be
We're
able to
gonna
do
see
that.
how this works. Yeah.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Good
Don't forget you can
night.
always go back and hit the replay. Love y'all. Peace.
Good night.